So there is no circle of fourths, okay? It's a circle of fifths or it's a circle of seven, all right? Circle of sevenths. The guitar is written in the circle of fifths, circle of sevenths. We see it here, B, G, C, F, all the way down, okay? And we see it in the black keys, right? Chronological, circle of fifths. We have our chord progression and we have our scale progression. Everything overlaps back upon itself, okay? Now, if we write it out and we go sequential, chronological, grammatically, okay? A flat A, B flat B, and so on. These can wind up giving us our scales. 3 gives us our diminished. 4 is something different, okay? 5, as we see, circle of fifths. B, E, A, D, G, C, F, start over, okay? 6, something different. 7 gives us our circle of fifths, but it's a circle of sevenths going this way, okay? Now, here's the thing. When you do 5, you start on the bass string, okay? Hence the 5-7 note theory, okay? If we do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we stay on the circle of fifths, okay? Then we start back at E. If we're gonna do 7 per string, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we come back and we stay on the circle of sevenths going back this way, okay? So 7 start high, 5 start low, okay? Number of notes minus your 5 string will give you your fret change, okay? So we can do that, but let's look and see exactly, again, where it comes from, okay? And why the circle of fourths is a concept within a concept, all right? So we have our chronological, okay? If we started B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us E. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us D, okay? That gives us our circle of fifths, B, A, D, G, C, F, and so on, okay? Now if we do 7, we got to start high, and that winds up bringing us down to our bass. 7 over is E, 7 over from E is A, 7 over from A is D, okay? Circle of sevenths, circle of fifths, all right? Now, where do we apply this then? We take this, now we get into intervals, okay? We find our scale, we come into intervals. Well, C is our 1, F is our 4, G is our 5 in our circle of fifths, okay? So here's our 1, that's going to be our 4, that's going to be our 5. As we slide over, now we make G our 1, C is our 4, and D is our 5. Okay, so that's where the confusion comes in with calling it the circle of fourths. You are using a cycle, a progression, using the 1, 4, 5 interval for chord change, okay? We could turn around and we could do a 1, 2, 5, a 1, 2, 6, whatever it is that we want to do with that, okay? But here's another interesting thing, okay? When we take and we write this out, we see that if we do 5, our bead goes left to right. If we do 7, our bead goes right to left, okay? The tricky thing is that we're working up in tone, okay? When we go and we do that with 7 strings, or 7 notes per string, we're working up in tone, okay? We're going high, high, and then same thing here, we're going high, right? So as we work down, we're working up. So that's where some of the confusion can come in, and understanding of how to do this. But when we break apart even just our bead, okay, we can see that as we're supposedly moving up, we're going down because we're going from B to A to G, okay? Here we're progressing back up. We're going from A to G, or G to A, excuse me, right? But we're working the opposite direction. So that's why it gets kind of confusing to understand this to an extent. But if you look at it, even your chord progressions, B, E, A, we're going to every other one, okay? So it's the circle of sevenths, or as I prefer to call it, the box of sevens, box of five, box of sevens, the bead box. Okay, but this is where we get the circle of five, circle of sevens, and the circle of fours is not really true to that fullest extent. It's a concept within the circle of 5, 7. Okay, so there's your 1, there's your 4, there's your 5. Okay, 0 sharps and flats, 1 sharp and flat. As you move away from C, those keys have more sharps and flats in them as you move away, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. I just wanted to rant about that there is really no circle of force. It's circle 5, circle 7. Okay, all right, peace, love, stay strong. Fret 9 out.